Hi, I'm Washington County Executive Josh Shulman.
And I'm Hartford Police Chief Scott McFarland. During National Police Week, we honor and remember those members of our law enforcement family who gave up their lives in the line of duty. It is a time when we provide peer support to the remaining members of our team. As Police Chief, I endeavor to instill the concept of team amongst my staff, who work tirelessly to protect and serve the City of Hartford residents and visitors. I impress upon members of my staff everyone's worth in the organization and the value of their contributions towards the overall goals. When reflecting on the profession of law enforcement, oftentimes the image of an individual wearing a uniform and a badge traveling around in a marked squad comes to mind. The uniformed law enforcement officer is the outwardly visible representation of our profession. That image, however, is only a fraction of the professionals that serve the City of Hartford every day. In addition to the police officers we staff, communications officers and clerks are also staffed. These staff members comprise behind the scenes, often unsung heroes that provide unparalleled support to the officers and community. Communication officers are often the first point of contact for the public and work to dispatch necessary emergency services, deliver medical instructions over the phone, expertly provide solutions to those seeking law enforcement services or otherwise, and keep officers safe while they work in the community. Our clerks prepare reports for officers and prosecutors, process and maintain evidence, work with suppliers to ensure the officers and other staff have the tools they need to do the job, and a myriad of other additional tasks. The Hartford Police Department staff understand no co-worker's job responsibilities are more important than another's, including my own. During National Police Week, I cannot think of a more appropriate way to express our gratitude and honor our fallen heroes and members of law enforcement by continuing to incorporate teamwork and peer support as the underpinnings of daily service to the Hartford community.
It's National Police Week in Washington County. To recognize National Police Week 2022 and to honor the service and sacrifice of law enforcement officers who protect our communities and safeguard our democracy. Whereas there are more than 800,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the 257 sworn officers currently serving in Washington County. And whereas law enforcement officers in Washington County exist to serve all people with respect, fairness, and sensitivity. And whereas Washington County law enforcement officers shall nurture public trust by holding themselves to the highest standards of performance and ethics. And whereas the mission of Washington County law enforcement officers is to prevent crime and protect life and property throughout our great community, while preserving peace, order, and safety, and to enforce laws and to safeguard our constitutional guarantees. And whereas, since the first recorded death in 1786, more than 23,000 law enforcement officers in the United States have made the ultimate sacrifice and have been killed in the line of duty, including Police Officer Robert Backus of the Germantown Police Department, Marshal Leonard Sugar of the Hartford Police Department, and Deputy Sheriff John Mark Schmidt of Washington County. And whereas this week is celebrated across the country as National Police Week, therefore be it resolved, I, Josh Shulman, Washington County Executive, will observe this week as National Police Week in Washington County and publicly salute the heroic service of law enforcement officers in our great community.